video where I give you a few last-minute advice here. This is the final word from your F6 tutor. Now, we have already done a lot of hard work in the tuition phase as well as the revisions phase, and I've said a lot of things in class which I may repeat in this video as well. For F6, the one thing you want to make sure is that you are ready for every part of the syllabus. I said this in class and I'll repeat myself again. The examiner has said 100% of the syllabus is examinable. So please don't go and say, okay, I'm going to just look at income tax and corporation tax because these are the 215 markers I have, and then, do the best I can with the others. No, make sure you are comfortable with every area of the exam because it is entirely examinable. What I would suggest between now and your exam is to practice as many questions of different taxes that you possibly can get your hands on. Now, by now, you should have already done all the questions that I asked you to do at the end of revision, the must-do questions. Apart from that, make sure that you go over the last exam, the June 15 exam, and together with the specimen paper which is at the end of your revision kit. The things that you want to make sure you're comfortable with is, of course, income tax, the calculation of taxes, how to deal with employment income, how to deal with trading income, how to deal with basis period rules, property income. There will be some investment income, and with investment income you need to be comfortable with what is taxable and what is not taxable, what is exempt. And if it is taxable, is it received net, is it received gross, do we need to gross it up? Remember, when you're preparing the income tax computation, all the incomes go in there gross. So we need, if something's been received net, we need to gross it up. So these are the things that you need to be comfortable as far as income tax is concerned. And then, of course, the calculation of taxes, the extension of bands, the pension contributions, all of those are an important part of income tax calculation. When you move on to corporation tax, with corporation tax, make sure you know how to prepare your corporation tax computation. Remember, a corporation tax computation is prepared for chargeable accounting periods, and the chargeable accounting periods depends on the accounting date of the company. Apart from that, the calculation of taxes for a small company, for a medium company, and for a large company. As I've told you earlier on, the medium company is very likely to be examined, and the straddling period as well, how we deal with the straddle of a chargeable accounting period which straddles between two financial years. With companies, other things that we need to be comfortable with are things like groups. There are three types of groups. You've got the associated, you've got the 75% loss group, and you've got the capital gains group. With the groups, you need to know what are the tax effects, who is in the group, and what are the tax effects of being in the group. I would pay particular attention to capital gains group and loss groups as far as loss relief is concerned. When you move on to capital gains, the things that you must make sure that you know is how do you calculate a gain? What are the different variations that we have in calculating the gains? Reliefs, the different types of reliefs, and who do those reliefs apply to? Do they apply to individuals? Do they apply to companies? So you've got gift, you've got BPR, you've got letting, you've got entrepreneurs relief, you've got rollover, holdover relief. We need to be comfortable with when is it applicable, how do I apply it, what is the effect of it? And of course, the calculation of capital gains tax for individuals. Remember, individuals pay income tax on income and capital gains tax on capital gains. Companies, however, only pay one type of tax on both income and capital gains, and that is corporation tax. So these are the three massive taxes that we have, and then we move on to the other, which is IHT. IHT, calculation of lifetime IHT as well as IHT as a result of death. So you've got three computations, Comp 1, Comp 2, Comp 3. We need to be comfortable with how to deal with those. When you go into VAT, I've said this before, VAT is the most ignored topic for F6 students, which is really sad, because VAT is very, very easy and straightforward. The only problem is this is a problem we face with F6 anyway, which is the amount of things that we need to remember. If you look at VAT, technically it's not very difficult to understand. It's extremely straightforward. So why let those marks go away? With VAT, how do we calculate VAT? What registration, the consequences of registration. And when it comes to registration, remember, be careful, check for pre-registration VAT as well. Irrecoverable VAT, what are the different schemes for VAT? How do you deal with overseas VAT? Default surcharge, errors. These are the common things that we tend to see in VAT, and I would say VAT is often the place where we can get some easy marks. VAT questions are not very, very difficult to deal with. It's just we need to know the information in terms of the tax itself. So make sure that you prepare yourself throughout the syllabus. Don't pick and choose topics and just prepare yourself for, say, one topic. Finally, I would say the night before the exam, get yourself some rest. Don't be up till late. Make sure you're taking care of your health before your exam, because that is important. You don't want to get to the day of the exam and not be well. So take good care of your health and make sure you get plenty rest the night before the exam. And finally, good luck for your exam. I'll wait to hear from you.